Next on the news. The holidays are fast approaching, and while Santa is making his list and checking it twice, he has some elves in the Diocese of Brooklyn.
Not every child gets a gift under their tree for Christmas, but the tablet is trying to make it happen. I'm Katie Vasquez, and coming up, I'll have the story of one organization trying to help.
We catch up with the tablet's Bright Christmas Fund, check out how much they've raised so far and how you can help. Plus, in tonight's Pulse of the Parish,
Kinley, you're going to be here.
For more than 15 years, he's been leading St. Francis de Sales Summer Basketball League, but that's only one of the hats Keith Goldberg wears. I'm Christine Persichetti. Kurt's News starts right now. We are just 1 week away from Christmas, and while you might be buying some last-minute gifts, the Tablet newspaper is looking to make sure every kid across the Diocese of Brooklyn has a gift under their tree this December 25th. It's a promise they've been fulfilling for decades. And as Currents News' Katie Vasquez reports from Long Island, the elves that rely on those Bright Christmas funds are only too grateful to help spread Christmas joy.
These elves are hard at work, getting ready for Christmas. But this isn't Santa's workshop. It's Thomas Flood's home, where he collects hundreds of gifts for needy families as part of the organization Make a Difference Christmas.
It's never too early to start giving, and it's never too late to continue to give.
It's a calling he says is only possible thanks to the tablet.
If it wasn't for Bright Christmas, Christmas would be a little less bright for some of the families that we have and will serve.
For the last 60 years, the newspaper has been fulfilling a big Christmas wish that every kid across the Diocese of Brooklyn will have a present under the tree this Christmas.
A living testimonial of charitable hearts working together to truly make a difference.
For 29 years, with some help from Bright Christmas, Thomas's nonprofit has been making Christmas magic for between 200 to 250 kids.
These are some of the children that we helped last year. Our hope is that we can almost double this list this year.
Some ask for simple things like a doll or baseball. Other requests are more heartbreaking.
They have no heat, they have no hot water. They walk 2 miles to Grandma's house to take showers, baths. So on Christmas Eve, we had 60 gallons of oil delivered. And I still get chills just saying that.
Thomas says what he wants most every Christmas is to see the smiles on the faces of these children and know their holidays are a little brighter.
We know we're doing good in a world that needs more good in it.
And while the work doesn't end on December 25th,
we actually help parishes and families through Little Christmas.
Thomas will keep wrapping, hoping every gift brings a little bit more joy to the world.
All loaded up, ready to go.
In Long Island, Katie Vasquez, Currents News.
Now that you know about all the good the tablet's Bright Christmas can do, let's see how much they've raised so far. Drum roll, please. The paper has currently raised more than $45,000 for the Bright Christmas Fund. But in order to keep that promise of every kid getting a gift on December 25th, they need your help. If you wish to donate to the campaign, go to thetablet.org/brightchristmas. You can also make a check out to Bright Christmas and mail it to 856 Pacific Street in Brooklyn, New York, the zip code 11238. From donating money to donating time, one parishioner at St. Francis de Sales in Bell Harbor knows all about that. Keith Goldberg carries the team when it comes to the Summer Classic, dropping dimes to make the annual Hoops League a success. And that's why he's tonight's Pulse of the Parish. Before the players take the court and the fans fill the stands, there's just one guy here at St. Francis de Sales Summer Classic, setting it all up. From moving bleachers into place to grabbing the scoreboards and setting up the first aid station, Keith Goldberg never stops moving.
I'm in the yard approximately 20 to 25 hours a week.
For more than 15 years, Keith has been the director of this summer basketball league.
I wanted to do what others had done for me growing up, and I got started and couldn't let go.
He spends close to 40 hours a week volunteering his time organizing the Classic.
Okay, Kinley, you're going to be here.
That's on top of his actual job as executive director for the Diocese's CYO program. The Summer Classic started 40 years ago with 26 teams and about 300 people. Now there are 104 teams and over 1,200 people, ages 7 to 69. And Keith handles it all without an assist. The pastor, Father Bill Sweeney, says drafting Keith for the job was a slam dunk.
I have never met anybody more selfless than Keith. You never have to ask twice. He'll do anything for you. He's always around. He's always looking at the positive side of it.
Keith says he's not sure how many more years he'll be lugging equipment around this yard, but for now, he'll power forward.
The faith is at the center of it, and to do something that is not specifically church, but brings everybody involved and keeps people focused on their association with the parish is very important to me.
And now you know Keith Goldberg from St. Francis de Sales and how he makes up the pulse of the parish. Joining us now with more about the parish of St. Francis de Sales is the pastor, Father Bill Sweeney. Father Bill, thanks for being here.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
So Keith has been a fixture at the church his whole life, literally. He's not the only one either. So what is it about St. Francis de Sales that people never leave?
It's an amazing place. Everybody comes together and they just love the beach, they love the parish, they love everything about Rockaway.
It is a beautiful spot, I'll tell you that. When we were there, the church was undergoing a little bit of a renovation. So tell us what work was done and what has the reaction been?
The reaction has been very, very positive. Mm-hmm. We've been did basically most of the inside of the church and redid the altar to the way it was back in the early part of the church history. So, and with a lot of quotes from St. Francis de Sales. I tell everybody, if you get bored at Mass, you can look at the ceiling and get a good homily from St. Francis.
So, just read.
Yes.
Okay. I love it. I'm glad all the work was done, and I'm sure it looks beautiful. So it's not the first time parishioners have lived a church-turned construction site at St. Francis de Sales. The original church was built in 1906. It was destroyed by fire, had to be rebuilt, and I know the parishioners actually came to the rescue. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, when it was happened, they would get buckets of water to come and try to throw it on the church to try to prevent it, but the church was destroyed and a new one was built and was dedicated in 1937. So that's the church that we're in now.
Yeah, really strong foundation there. And the fire was just one of the tragedies your parishioners have had to endure through the years. They were greatly affected by 9/11. And then shortly after 9/11, it was the Flight 587 crash into the neighborhood. And then, of course, Superstorm Sandy. They're a resilient bunch, aren't they?
They are. If we kid around and say, if they haven't left yet, they're never going to leave. And it really is. They love the place. They love the neighborhood. And it's the people that make the neighborhood. That's the great thing. Everybody helps each other any time that they can. And with the school and with the church, it's always something amazing to see every day.
And this Summer Classic is great for the parish, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Because everywhere where the kids are every night during the summer, they come up and play basketball, hang out, just to do things. And then a lot of the kids do the refereeing. They also take care of the book. They're doing all sorts of things and helping Keith with all his work that he does.
Wow, well, a totally fun parish. Why would anybody ever leave? Father Bill Sweeney, St. Francis de Sales. Pastor, thanks for being here.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, do you know someone who is the pulse of their parish? Email us their story at newstips@desalesmedia.org or call our 24-hour number 718-517-3122. And that is this Currents News Update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.